There he is, right here, John Schaefer. It's all about keeping it safer with Schaefer. And this time, John, we're going to talk about something we haven't talked about yet.
Yeah.
And that is electric vehicles. You know, electric cars, bikes, things like that. And is the insuring them different than, you know, with my gas guzzler?
Gas guzzler. So electric vehicles, it's been a hot topic for a while.
Yeah.
You know, just as far as the Teslas, the Rivians, everything is coming out now. It is a little bit different. There's a few things I recommend to clients, but if you're thinking about buying an electric car in 2025, you know, what is the insurance cost difference? That I've seen, it's a little bit higher than a gas car that we've seen the quotes. And we'll kind of get into that a little bit, but you know, there is discounts. You know, you can bundle your insurance.
Okay,
The demo,
you can still bundle it.
You
with
can still
like
bundle,
your
yeah. It's just
home
like
and- all right,
a regular gas car.
Yeah.
The demographics, like where you live at, affects insurance. A lot of people don't know, but like zip codes, different zip codes increases or decreases the prices where you live. So if I quoted you here in, you know, good old Springfield, it's one price. If you live in Kansas City, it's a little higher.
Sure.
And, you know, more people there, higher risk of getting into crashes, wrecks,
Of course.
stolen vehicles.
Yeah, theft, right?
Yeah, versus if you lived in Stratford.
Okay.
So,
All right.
So really, and then what type of driver you are. You know, if you get a bunch of tickets,
yeah.
I don't know if you're a race car driver or not, but you know, you could be high. You know, have a bunch of tickets there. But
No. I'm the old guy who does the speed limit.
5 miles over, man, cruise
Or
control.
under.
That's right.
Yeah.
So electric car coverage. So, you know, there's added features you can get for cars. I had a story, you know, a lady that works in here in the office, you know, she went to Branson with someone and the charge went down and she asked, well, what happens, you know, if this car breaks down? And, you know, the person goes, I don't know. I have to look at my app.
Okay.
So what if you don't have service?
Well, yeah, I mean, do all places who have been working on, you know, gas engines for 30 years, do they have the technology to work on the electronic vehicles?
Yeah, I don't, you know, I do not know. Yeah, as far as that goes, yeah, you would have to do, and we're gonna get into that because, you know, there's certain parts and endorsements I can put on your policy, like OEM parts.
Okay.
You wanna make sure if you bought a Rivian, you probably want the same Rivian parts.
Same part in
not
it,
a wrecked Rivian that you're gonna put on there. So OEM, one thing I recommend, especially with electric cars, is gap insurance. And I do it on more higher value cars because as soon as you buy that new car and pull off the parking lot, you know it decreases 20%. So it makes good sense, you know, especially on the gap insurance. If you don't have it with your lender, you know, I have a couple options here. We can do it here. Pays about 25%, you know, past the value of what they're going to give you. So
because
Blue Book.
In truth, I know people who've pulled it off the lot and totaled a vehicle before they get a block away.
Hey, one of the agents here years ago insured a guy. And then Bruce, the owner, had went down the street. He's like, he called him. He's like, hey, did you insure so-and-so? And he's like, yeah, they were just here. He goes, they just wrecked down here at the stop sign.
See, it can happen as easily as that.
Yeah. So one thing we recommend is repairs made by preferred vendors. So you really need to do your research. Who can do that repair? You know, here in town, I think there's only one Tesla dealer qualified that can do it.
Right.
Rivian, you know, we insured one of those a year ago. They're kind of new. The one place in Kansas City is the only place that does that. So we definitely need to put a rental car on there. So you're, you know, what are you going to do if you don't have a car for 30 or 60 days?
Absolutely.
So if you don't have that rental car in there, you know, length of time to get repaired, you never know. But really, do your research when you're looking at an electric car. Hey, if I get in a wreck, hit a deer, who can fix this? Where can they get it fixed
Where
at?
do I go from here?
Yeah, before you think about buying it.
Okay, and we've got about a minute here because I want to shift gears just a little bit. A lot of electric bikes and scooters running around.
So the last 2 years, electric bikes have been huge. All over Amazon, eBay, wherever. Bass Pro sells them like crazy. So we do insure electric bikes. So I've got a couple options. Progressive's great. In Missouri, you know, you're not required to have insurance on them.
Right.
But I would definitely get insurance, especially for theft. If you crash the bike going too fast, liability coverage, you know, you run into someone on the sidewalk, they're probably going to want you to pay their medical bills.
Yeah, if you're going 20 miles per hour, you can do a lot of damage to a person.
That's right.
Any way you look at it.
And some of them go 30 and 40. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
Not this guy. So also repair costs. You can also add on your personal belongings because if you wreck and you have your cell phone, boom, it's going to break. And your $1,500 iPhone, you may want to have insurance on it.
So just because the law says you don't have to have insurance, That's not a good idea.
No. I'd want to protect your asset. There's some of those bikes that are $4,000 and $6,000. If they get stolen or if I crash them, I want to collect, try to file an insurance claim, see if I can get paid back.
Okay, so a lot of things about electronic vehicles. You've got the information on it. If people need to talk to you, want to know how you can help them out, how do they get in touch?
Well, if you had the old dial-up phone that you could call, you could dial it up, call, or your flip phone, call 417-766-4689, or get out your smartphone, get the little camera, open it up, hit the QR code there. It's a direct link to me, or you can look me up on the World Wide Web at Safer with Schaefer.
All right, there's the guy right there. John Schaefer, keeping it safer with Schaefer.